we have our very own Mariamm Mohsen with the My Android Journey segment.
Yeah, so actually, I when I first participated in this amazing podcast, I thought that I really would like to share my Android journey since definitely listeners need to know if, the podcasters have experiences regarding Android and things like that. So I will talk about my Android journey and how it's gotten started. So my Android journey started kind of early when I was a fourth grader. I was 9 years old and I got my first phone, and it was Samsung Galaxy Young. That was a really, really small phone, and the storage in it was like 2 gigabytes. It was just really, really young as it is. So the first thing, how I got started, I've already, back then I've already learned how to use computer and things like that. And my English teacher, who was my who inspired me to start using technologies and assistive technologies since very, very young age. And actually, through this podcast, I'd like to thank him so, so much because he taught me a lot of stuff in the beginning, and then that led me to what I am right now. So when I got my first Samsung Galaxy Young, he actually did install the Smart Voice and the Vocalizer engine. Back then, I didn't know that was called Smart Voice. I was just playing with my phone and, starting to discover things. And back then, I didn't have a Google account or anything like that. I just used it for calling. And just one day, I thought, okay, I do want to use applications. I don't want to use, um, you know, Talking Tom, if you remember this, it was a really, really good game. So I was really interested and curious about how would I download things. So I went to my aunt and I told her like, okay, I do want to download applications. And back then I didn't know what applications meant. I didn't know about the Play Store, nor Google Chrome or anything like that. So she actually created me an account, a Google account, and then she installed for me some applications that are for kids. I was a fifth grader then, and I started like I was as a curious. I started looking at the Play Store, and then I found the search, and then I started downloading and installing apps. So since then, I really wanted to, you know, find out more about new apps, and I started installing things and learning about them and seeing, okay, which one's the best. You know, just wanted to learn more. And after that, I started actually communicating with people who are blind and visually impaired who are actually using Android. And I was really glad because I had a lot of questions then. And I found out that, okay, I'm not the only one who uses Android, and I'm not the only one who actually does want to have experiences in that section. And then my phone told me, hey, storage is full. I was like, oh, I need to get a new phone. So I actually got the Samsung Galaxy J7, and it was a pretty cool phone then. Um, I really, really, it was 16 gigabytes, and it had, I think, Android Lollipop. Yes, it had Android Lollipop, and then it's gonna update it to Android Marshmallow. So here, I can say that my journey has got a little bit of development. I then learned how to use Facebook and Google Chrome browsing, as well as learning about other stuff like Messenger and things like that. Then I started looking at updates because when I got my Samsung Galaxy Young, um, back in 20 like 14 or something, it wasn't, updated. It didn't have any updates. So I didn't have any idea about Android and softwares and, that there are versions of Android. So when I got my Samsung Galaxy J7, I got the update of Marshmallow, and I started looking at how to update and what does update mean. What does major update mean? And also, what does minor update means? if it's security update or it's actually an Android update that comes from Google. Since then, I was kind of up to date. I learned about a lot of stuff. I looked for things, and in actually 2019, I joined the Ice Free mail list by accident. I heard about it, from a friend. He was like, "Okay, there's a list that Google has, created has created for years to share experiences, and developers can actually communicate with lines and stuff, and they can talk and ask questions." So I joined the Ice Free and I found a whole new world, and I was really glad. But months after I joined, I knew that Ice Free has actually would be just for announcements, and then I joined the Anita back then mail list, and I knew about Warren, Austin, and a lot of pretty cool people who actually knew about Android. And this mail list just gave me a lot of knowledge. When you find people who actually share your passion about Android, who actually defend that Android is accessible, that's when you feel like, okay, I'm using something good. And in my Android journey, I've used iOS. I've used a couple phones that were iOS. I've used iPhone 5S and then iPhone 7S. And to be honest, I didn't enjoy myself as I would enjoy myself with Android. And I left the iOS thing because I wanted to leave it. I didn't want to use iOS. So after I left my iPhone 7S, I've gotten a Samsung Galaxy A7 2018, and I'd say that I haven't used any Android phone except Samsung. Um, but on the other hand, I have actually helped people to install their screen readers because since I've learned Android, my English teacher was my idol. He was actually helping people how to use Android and installing things. So I decided, okay, I want to be like him. And I started helping people in my school and answering questions, learning about new things every single day, and installing their screen readers. So that actually has given me a lot of, experiences when it comes to that. Android is not accessible. I want to just say that Android is developing every day, and you know, there are a lot of people who actually use Android and who enjoy it, and I'm one of them, proudly. Um, and I would still support Android because I don't like people who just make fun of Android and say like, okay, this is Android, it's nothing. And I don't say, I don't mean that iOS is bad, but what I do mean that everything has disadvantages and advantages. And with the days, definitely I did find some disadvantages for, Android, but I was patient, and even though there were some, negative things that happened to me when I was using Android, but at the same time, I just enjoyed Android. I feel like open source for me is a better thing. And as you all know, it's actually developing every day. So this is my Android journey. It was full of action and things, and I've gotten viruses, and I have formatted my phones. I have learned a lot, and my screen reader has stopped. And that's when I decided to learn to myself. That's when I decided to, I won't wait for someone to fix my stuff. I will just learn to fix my things. That's when I learned to format stuff, to fix my screen reader if it's gotten crashed. You know, that's how we learn through, under bad circumstances, unfortunately. So yeah, that's my Android journey.
Thanks, Mariam. I know you said that you've used Samsungs thus far. Do you think that'll continue, or do you think you'll be tempted to try a different manufacturer for your next phone?
I'm actually in the middle of getting a new phone, and I'm still confused about getting Samsung or getting Pixel. But I think that I would change to another brand.
Watch this space then.
I think that would be Google Pixel because I love it. I'm just curious about it. Seems cool to me.
But Samsung phones are actually very good phones. Just for the record, especially the hardware. I think in Android
Yeah,
land,
that's why I love
they
Samsung.
have the best
My
hardware.
phone, they always fall, and something, nothing happens, And also, what actually grabs my attention when it comes to Samsung as well is they actually care about accessibility and things, and they had the voice assistant. So I didn't use any sighted help when I was formatting my phone or anything like that. And the accessibility in Samsung phones definitely helped me a lot.